Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Shanta. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing absolutely fine. You tell me, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
So, how was your
So good
morning so
morning.
far? Did you have a busy morning today?
Not very busy. I usually go to the gym in the morning. So
Wow.
I went to the gym and came back, had breakfast, and now I'm ready to talk to you.
Okay, thank you so much, first of all, for choosing to join me on my channel. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I want you to introduce yourself to my audience, please.
Yeah. So I'm Anushri Goenka. I run this company called Sparky. I'm Anushri Goenka. I run this company called Sparky. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders. Sparky is a AI-driven English learning buddy for people who sort of know English, but they want to speak with fluency. They want to speak with confidence. So Sparky helps them do that. I'm
Oh,
based out of Bangalore. My background is that I'm a computer science engineer. Then I did my MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. And after that, I have 13 years of work experience. I've worked across many industries. I was a consultant for 5 years, where I worked across all sorts of industries, from banks to hotels to steel industry. And the last 6 years, I've been working in consumer tech startups. So my last role before Spark Studio was at Swiggy, and there I used to run business strategy.
okay. Wow, that's so inspiring because all of us have high regards to people who are from IIM, IIT. So, if you don't mind, can you share your journey, how it was? Was it difficult? How did you get into it? Something in brief.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wouldn't say it was difficult, but it requires a lot of hard work for sure.
Yeah.
How you get into the IIMs is you first clear the CAT examination.
Mm-hmm.
The CAT examination it tests basically your aptitudes, tests logical skills, it tests mathematical skills, and it tests verbal reasoning. Verbal reasoning is very close to, English comprehension and being able to understand language and what it means. So you clear the CAT and then you go to IIM. And in IIM, at least my experience at IIM Ahmedabad was the first year is very, very hard. The
Oh,
first year requires, it's immensely hard. So when you finish the first year, they call you a first year survivor. It's like, the seniors will celebrate you that, you have cleared this first year and you've sort of won some battle. But
mhm.
second year is easier. First year is very rigorous, but I think it's very rewarding. It's hard work, but it's very rewarding.
Oh, wow. So how did you think of starting something like an like Sparky?
Yeah. So we started first with doing online classes, and we used to do this
Yeah.
across many categories. So we had classes in music, classes in art, photography, English, public speaking, debate. So we used to run all of these classes online and mostly for children first.
Okay.
We ran that for 2.5 years, and we saw that most of the demand was coming in English. All of these other things were also, things people wanted to learn, but the English demand was so high
Oh,
that we decided to focus on English. That is one of the biggest needs for people in India, and we decided to focus on that.
hmm.
The other thing that we realized was when it comes to classes, there's a inherent problem of, like, if you have four, five, we used to run small group classes. So even if you have just three, four people in the class,
Mm-hmm.
every person doesn't get enough time to speak.
Right.
And teacher will speak for some time, every child or every student will speak for 5 minutes, 10 minutes in a class.
Mm.
And English is, as any language,
Yes.
you get to fluency when you use it a lot. The
Right.
more you use it, the more confident you become.
Mm.
So it's difficult to do that in classes, right? No matter how hard, we tried very hard to make it very engaging and not a one-way class.
Yes. Yes.
So that is one thing. The other thing is classes, it becomes more expensive. So the
Right.
people who learn English, the market is so large, and
Mm.
everyone can't afford to pay for classes.
Exactly.
So Sparky basically solves both of those problems. It's much more affordable. It gives you much more practice.
Oh,
And we'll talk more about Sparky, later in the conversation. But that's how we decided to, start Sparky.
that's a good initiative because even I take only one-on-one sessions when I try to teach people, but they approach me for
Hmm.
group classes because in group classes you can accommodate a lot of people. But then you won't be
Yeah.
able to do justice to everyone because you have to give them speaking practice. So I do only
Right.
one-on-one. The drawback is that I cannot accommodate a lot of people. I cannot teach
Yes.
many learners in a month. So
Right.
yeah, I understand that. So how do you think English learning has evolved through the years?
I think that's a very interesting question. One, I think there are much larger number of people now who go to either English medium schools or
Yes.
go to mixed medium schools where they learn English as a subject or they learn at least some subjects in English. There are schools where you do just only math and science in English, baki history and everything you do in Hindi or your
Yeah.
native regional language.
Yes.
The percent of people doing that one has changed very significantly.
Mm.
Secondly, just exposure to entertainment or something like you're watching on TV. There is
Yes.
so much that happens in English now. Even if you are watching cricket, half the time, the commentary is in English. So
Mm.
exposure to English is much larger,
Mm.
which means that for a market like India, people are not zero at English. There's hardly anybody who is zero at English, right? They
Yes.
all know some amount of English. And now they're at the next level where they understand English. They can also read English, but they
Yes.
want to become fluent and confident, right? So I think the need itself has changed.
Mm.
The second thing on, how learning has changed.
Yes.
First, I think mostly people were learning only in school
Mm.
or, college. Then, classes started happening. Classes, mostly earlier there used to be offline classes only. Now there are
Right.
online classes also, right? And
Yes.
there are, like your channel, YouTube has become a very big medium where people can, access so much learning. If they're interested, they can go and explore so much and learn on their own. So
Mm.
self-learning has gone up, both, online learning in classes and self-learning also, whether it's from YouTube or it's from app-like products, right? So I
Right.
think
Right.
that has been one shift.
Mm.
And I feel like the next big shift, which has just started to happen maybe a year ago, is
Mm.
the you know development of AI and the power of AI, which is
Mm.
artificial intelligence. The power
Yes.
of that to help language learning is just magical.
Mm.
There have been products that have existed like Duolingo, or there are many such products that are there which have been there for a long time, 8-10 years. These products have been there, but none
Yeah.
of them are built for conversation, right? They're all built for, there are four options, you select right and wrong. The same type of things that you do in school exams, grammar exams, right?
Mm.
That was the first thing that came into products.
Mm.
It helps some people, but I feel like most Indian people, that is not enough for them. They've already done that in school,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
They need
Mm.
conversation practice, and artificial intelligence, one, makes conversation possible. Secondly, it makes hyper personalization possible. Hyper personalization means that you will get for you exactly what is right. Somebody else using the product has slightly different ability level, has different mistakes they make, has different interests also, right? Like
Yes.
you might be wanting to talk about sports, somebody
Mm.
else might be wanting to talk about food, somebody else wants to talk about their child and what the
Yes.
child is doing.
Yes.
Any conversation, any conversation you can learn language with, right? So
Mm.
AI makes that possible, which was not possible earlier.
Mm. Right. So shall we see a quick demo of Sparky?
Yeah. So we'll show you what a conversation with Sparky looks like. So Sparky is a fox, and the fox talks to you. And
Awesome.
the conversation, yeah, the conversation, it's voice first. So you put on your mic and you can talk to Sparky. You will hear Sparky speaking. You'll see everything written on the screen. So you can speak and read, listen and read at the same time. So it helps you if there's some word you don't understand. You can also see it written. You can also translate it to a language of your comfort. You can translate it to Hindi or Tamil, or whatever your language is. So it's really great, and the content of the conversation is very personalized to you. Like Sparky will ask you something about what do you want to do, what job are you looking for, or what did you do today.
Mm.
Now, for different people, that's very different, right? But Sparky will talk according to what you say, right? So it's very nice. We'll just show you a little video to make it easy to imagine.
Okay, let's watch the video then.
Hi. What's your dream job, Leo?
My dream job is accounts receivable in healthcare industry.
That's a well-structured response, Leo. You're aiming high. What interests you about accounts receivable in the healthcare industry?
Because accounts receivable main job role is speaking English in American style. Can you speak like a American style in English, you?
Let's correct that, Leo. Try, the main role in accounts receivable is speaking English in an American style. Can you speak English like an American? Ready for a mock interview?
Yes, I am ready.
Great response, Leo. You're ready. Let's start with, why should we hire you for this accounts receivable role?
Because I am a fresher, I studied BSc Biochemistry. This job role is very suitable for me. So you have selected for this job role of accounts receivable.
A small correction, Leo. Try, I'm a fresh graduate with a BSc in biochemistry. This job suits me well, so I believe I should be selected for this accounts receivable role. What's your greatest strength?
Okay, that was a lovely video. Thank you for sharing that with all my viewers. So, do you think that AI will be able to replace human teachers in the near future?
See, I think in the near future, no. I think human touch is very different, right? So and you also teachers do more than just teaching you. Teachers also, inspire you and encourage you. So I think I value human teachers. But the truth is that everyone cannot afford it, right? Everyone may not be able to find a teacher close to them, or even if they find a teacher online, some people can't afford it. Some people don't have the time. Right, a lot of our students, on Sparky, they are working professionals or they are, in college and they are busy. They don't have time to join something that happens at a specific time. They are like, on Sparky, they can do 10 minutes any time of the day, right? Like 15 minutes. Want to do 5 minutes only, you do 5 minutes, right? So I think for those people, it does a very good job, very close to a human teacher at a fraction of a cost. But someone who can afford human teachers and someone who has access to human teachers, I think AI is some distance away from replacing humans. What we also see is people using it as a supplementary product. Some of our students are such that they go to classes, English medium, English speaking classes, or they go to English medium schools where they learn there, but they use this as a way to practice because this is conversational, right? So your teacher might teach you, but you can go back and spend more time practicing. It's like I like to think of it as swimming or driving, right? Like something only teach you to a certain level.
Yes.
After that, the more you learn by doing. So it's a great practice product if you have classes or if you don't have the teacher available near you or you don't have the affordability for it. This is a very low cost way to get almost as good experience as human teachers. The one place where I think it does even better than human teachers, not in all areas, but in one place where it does much better is Sparky has, it's based on LLMs, right? So LLMs are these large language models that AI operates on. It
Okay.
has the knowledge of the world, right? Any teacher can only know some amount of things, right? So we have seen people talking to Sparky about Malaysian food, some Malaysian user. So Sparky also can talk about that. Sparky is also talking to people about, they have a factory and they're buying some machine and they're thinking of which machine to buy. So that's so specific and so technical. But
Yeah.
Sparky is also able to talk about that. Sparky is also able to talk about you want a job in healthcare. What are the types of things that you can do in healthcare? What are the kind of interview questions you will get asked? So all of this Sparky can do. You also ask Sparky, why is the sky blue? Sparky will also tell you why is the sky blue, right? So that it is an extremely knowledgeable, companion for you, which is amazing. And I think the other thing we hear from our users is even with teachers, some people feel hesitation. They feel like, if I go wrong, the teacher will judge me, or they feel a little embarrassed. With Sparky, there is no embarrassment because it's not a human on the other side. It's like your friend and who looks like a fox, right? So there's
Yes.
no need to, don't feel embarrassed. People don't feel shy. So it really breaks their, fear of English speaking.
Definitely. You covered really nice points and the problems that learners are having these days. Hesitation, mind going blank due to that. So wonderful.
Hmm.
Really nice. Okay, the last question is, can you share the pricing if you're comfortable?
Yeah.
Price
So
per.
Sparky, yeah, Yeah, Sparky is very, very affordable. For Indian users, if you buy a 1 month plan, it's 250 rupees, and you can use as much as you want, right? So in that 250 rupees, you want to use it for 3 hours every day, you can use it for 3 hours every day. You want to use it for 15 minutes every day, you can do that. And even, the larger plans, the 6 month plan or the 1 year plan, if you buy, is even cheaper than that. So the
Hmm.
6 month plan is only for 600 rupees. So that's only 100 rupees a month. So
Yes.
imagine, on a daily practice, you're paying like, 3 rupees a day for your
Hmm.
daily practice. And in the 3 rupees, you can do as much as you want, right? So
Hmm.
it's very, very affordable. And because you can do as much as you want, the learners who are most inclined to progress or wanting to move ahead, they can really make great progress in very short time.
Okay, and it covers the age groups, children, grown-ups, everyone?
Yeah. So we have users all the way from 5 years to 55 years almost, right? We also work with schools. So there are, many schools which have, purchased Sparky subscriptions for their entire school, for all their 300, 400 students. So there are school students who are doing it. We have a lot of adults who are doing it. Either they are job aspirants, or they're IAS preparing people, or we have so many teachers who are learning with us, because we see that, teachers, even in English medium schools, they have
Yes.
to speak all the time, but they're not sometimes fluent themselves. But because they have to speak all the time, they need that confidence and fluency. We have a lot of teachers who learn with us. We have all sorts of things. We've seen, scientists from Geological Survey of India to healthcare workers to people working in post offices. We have a very, very large variety, and there are users from like 30, 35 countries. So we've
Hmm.
also, we have people, children and adults from Malaysia, from Russia, from Spain, from England, 30, 35 countries where Spark is used.
Okay, is it available on both Android and iOS?
Currently, it's available only on Android. iOS is coming in about 1 month or so, 1 to 1.5 months. It'll be available on iOS also.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you so much for sharing all of this. I am really hopeful that it will be beneficial to the viewers because all of them keep complaining or they do not have a partner, especially in India, they do not have a partner to practice English. So I think this will
Right.
be really beneficial to all the learners. And at least I
Yeah.
would recommend them to at least download, buy at least for a month and check it out. So how it
Yeah,
is.
it's also free. So the app is free. You can try it out for free. Just download it. You can, try how it works for you, whether you like it or don't like it. So there is a free available time period, and we also run discounts. So at this point, we're also running discounts. So if they go on the app, at least for
Hmm.
the next 1 month or so, they'll also see discounts running. So it's even more affordable than the pricing I told you.
Definitely. It's like nothing. Everybody can afford it, right? So that is very nice. Even people from rural background, everyone
Yeah.
can afford this platform. So yeah, okay then.
Yeah.
Thank you
See,
so much. Yeah, yeah. Is there anything
no, I
else
was
you
just
yeah.
No, I was just saying, reacting to your point that you said it's affordable, and what we believe very strongly, and our users also tell us is that whatever you invest in this, like all education, but English is such something that the job opportunities or the progress in your life you get from it is
Yes,
huge. So there's a lot of research which says that your ability to earn, you'll earn at least 40% higher salary if you are better at English than if
yes.
you're not, across sectors, across levels of education, across types of jobs.
Mm.
So I mean, we want to make it as affordable as possible. It is very, very affordable, but the impact you get of it is outsized.
Yes, yes. I totally agree with you. It was really nice talking to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Is there anything else you want to ask or you want to tell the learners? So you just share the link so that people can download and I'll give it in my description box.
Yes, we'll share the link. I think the only thing I want to tell learners is there is nothing to feel afraid of, right? Like, it's a language. Like, say, I am a Hindi speaker, I also speak English. I don't know Kannada, I don't know Tamil, right? But do I feel afraid of it? I don't. It is just something I don't know, right?
Yes.
If I do it, I know. But
Mm.
with English, people have a little bit of, this feeling of being conscious, or feeling of people will laugh at me.
Exactly.
That does not need to be there. It does. Please don't feel at all that you are any lesser intelligent, or you're any less, capable because you don't know it. The more you do it, the more you'll get it. It's like anything else, right? So Practice is key. The more you practice, it becomes natural for you. What you all want is to, speak naturally without having to think too much. That only comes with practice, and there's nothing to feel afraid. Just go out and do it, and it does help in life. Right? So that's all I had to say.
Okay. Thank you so much. And so that's all. We'll wind up here. Okay. You have a
Yeah, thank you, Shantha. It was very, very nice talking to you, and it's really nice to see your channel and how you're helping people, from their homes for free on YouTube learn, and the classes you do, I'm sure, are super great. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.